Welcome to Rivachol.
Don't you welcome to Rivachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in this city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you. It's men like you who keep Rivachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
Wow, that's some deep shit.
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Rivachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCN. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Oof.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
The
My boy.
lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
Whatever you say, officers. It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep. I'm not just racist. Look, I've read books, huh? The science of racial theory has all been proved, even if some people don't want to accept it. People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that.
Ugh.
So, lately we Occidentals have experienced an unfortunate downturn when members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority. They stop competing for resources. The problem? The damn Kips are showing a real good game lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other introduced species too. They're on the precipice of cultural victory. It's what the Kips of Boogie Street are going for, right under our noses. And the others too, on the radio. Heard any chansons lately? Heard any motetos or leader? No. Dominating culture is how they plan to win. They say so themselves. It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new sub-race, with unknown characteristics, leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to control the offspring. Good. If we, the evening people, pull together, we can form a bulwark against these troubled times. Root out the forces that seek to undermine the well-being of our people.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi's stern expression remains oh no, not too happy.
Oh, I think I messed up.
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so... The strike? Apples. Yeah, apples?
He's given you the runaround. Let's be honest, you were bested.
When you said before that you were down with racism, was it meant in earnest?
Well, now you've done it. Let's see if you can talk your way out of this one.
I suppose that's a relief. Just be careful how often you avail yourself of this technique. And one more thing. As you've seen, I've had this conversation enough times in my life. From now on, I'm going to stay out of it. How you choose to respond is your business. But be careful. Now let's move on.
Hello, compatriote.
Bastards! We have a right to work! Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes. Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Right to work! Right to work!
Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
Rights of people. Rights of workers. To have gainful employment. To make a salary. And feed their families.
Maybe you should ask them the questions. Like, why we're not allowed to make a living here.
Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
So do we, Scott.
Honest men and women, with rights. We came here to help the hard.
I have a question.
You think they follow because I'm big? Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. I'm trying to meet their fat boss. I know nothing about a murder.
The mention of a killing sends a barely noticeable shiver of tenseness through him. Interesting.
Wouldn't put it past these harbor bugs. They'd do anything. Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
Why not? I see numerous reasons not to pick a side in pity.
Let us work! When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy... Beats me. They mumble nonsense about we were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates. Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open, and try to get in. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or like civilized folk, you mean? These native fucks don't understand.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
Scab? A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses. Beats me. Gotta be bloody. Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the we've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time. Good one, officer. Don't worry. We here have solidarity. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money. Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the wild north? Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder. That's okay. I have no idea. My friend, I don't open. Yeah, then press the. Then go past him again. And you enter the arbor through the office. Don't worry. Or you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview. Or. Not yet, no. Jean-Luc himself would say, sure. Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out.
The coin never...
Oh, I'm sorry. Was not meant as probably.
The boyadero stares at you with respect, then gestures towards the trickles of blood adorning your clothes.
Right, always glad to help out the RCM. We're, you know.
He's a chatty guy.
Nobody betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Don't say anything. Size him up first.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al Ghul. You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick. Your mouth moves, but the one who speaks is Al Ghul. You are but a vessel for the Ghoul now. Very little of yourself remains. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race It's raining.
Show him the ham still got it.
Jerking motions. Signs of a late-stage neurodegenerative disorder. How far the Occidental haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Khoikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture. You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Simonine Islands and to Boogie Street and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
Go ahead. Don't be shy. Just ask for race secrets.
Nobody betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Don't say anything. Size him up first.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology?
Yo. Not much, playing Disco Elysium and showing him ads and shit. Matt, it says at high levels, Inland Empire animates the inanimate. You'll have conversations with your clothing, conversations that may change the course of the investigation if not thrown in the loony. If you're not thrown in the loony bin first. And then it says, with low Inland Empire, however, you'll be void of imagination and character. And then how will you shape the cosmos? It's funny how that's like my highest, what's it called? Dude, it's, yeah, exactly. Like, it's so good, though. I love it. Yeah. The game gets heavy into, like, philosophy and politics and all that shit. And, like, you should play some of that beginning, because, like, in the first, like, hour of the game, you meet, like, 2 racist people.
Really?
Yeah, like, super racist people. Like, they both explain, like, race theory to you and shit. Talk about, all the dominating race, this and that, yada yada. Esprit de Corps. Bruh. It's funny, the first one's a white dude, and the second one's a black dude, and they're both just super racist.
It must be
he called my character the, what's it called? The ham sandwich race.
Be calm, sandwich. You are not in danger because you are not a threat to me.
This dude said you were not in danger because you were not a threat to me.
Hey, Moose is calling me. Let me call you right back.
He said, be calm, ham sandwich.
Hello?
You are not in danger.
No, not that I know of. She might be sleeping downstairs.
You see?
It's cup. She's...
Puff out your chest and still say nothing? Alright,
What is
you want that one.
this androgynous display of sexual maturity?
I'm guessing it's mom because I don't know why we...
He said, what is this androgynous display of sexual maturity? Bruh. Oh, shit. Let me see. I don't know the exact definition. It means partly male, partly female in appearance. So this dude just basically said, you look like a man, but you're kind of a bitch. That's funny.
Merely standing up makes you sweat profusely. Your breathing is erratic.
Yeah, basically.
Your own heartbeat in your ears grows frantic, and you feel your blood pressure rise.
Stop it! You are embarrassing yourself in front of this woman and your pedomorphic friend.
What?
This display of weakness may appeal to older women with...
Bro, when you so you got out of the, what's it called, right? Like the hotel?
I put like 500.
Head to your right. Like just go to your right where the strike is, and then just talk to everyone, and just get to this part. Oh, you did? You did? Did you talk to the one white dude? The racist?
Maybe.
Yeah, and then your friend Kim just goes ham on him. He's like, oh, I've heard this a million times before. This and that. He just literally just goes off. It's the only. Usually Kim has like a calm demeanor, but he sees that guy and he's like, he just goes ham. Yeah, and then just talk to the strike leader, and then just go up the stairs.
He's well respected. This is not what he does.
I mean, it autosaves, but you wanna like save a bunch, like every 10 minutes.
Jean-Luc,
What build did you make anyways?
He's betraying his degeneracy pretty hard. Maybe you can ask him to leave.
Like whatever build you pick determines what like options you get in dialogue, and like how often you pass it.
I'll let him know.
You said intellect, high intellect. Is there anything else that's decently high? So high intellect and motorics.
I'm sure.
Agile, and you have perception. Yeah.
I buy one. I'm like, oh, my brother might.
That's good. That's good. So these basically are, like, determine like how you play the game, like in terms of dialogue options and like what reactions you get and all that shit. How your character reacts to certain things. Like you'll notice like when a certain thing pops up, like, you know, like when you're talking to someone, it'll say like, oh, empathy, success. You know what I'm saying? Like my character is high in like Psyche, so he has empathy, like high empathy and shit. So like at certain times, it'll just, you know, say like empathy, easy success, and then my character will react with the empathy. It's a really cool game.
You have succumbed to you reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see. No, you don't. You need to get another drink.
Show him the ham still got him.
Hate that shit. I've lost to 83%. I save scummed. I was like, nope. Yeah, you just save before you talk to someone.
Jerking motion. You get. You don't. You will.
It is bad.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach.
Bring your you want.
There must be some friction there. He's keeping it well hidden.
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront idiotic communism above all. Offshoot. I am not surprised you enjoyed.
Meshhead stoically looks to the distance, in silence.
Of course you would. I love you.
Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
Do you?
The lieutenant looks toward the harbor's east.
You are obviously a liberal, Sayolite. A polyculturalist. I can see it from your love of microtechnology and your sartorial choices. Do not deny your friend the truth you have. There are 3 categories of race. Those, you know...
Mahoon is a derogative term for first world people of Gotvoldian descent. They do not all have eczema. Also, people of Cutland, like the Suru and the Uhu, are much more lactose intolerant. In some municipalities of Oranje, people do wear shoes made of wood to street parades. Green, orange, and even yellow.
The Mound are proved. The Vesper, the other overproduction, as proven by the Mound and the Mask. The Areopage, the latter.
Nature was not capable of more.
Tipo, to an pinkness, the Koi, the Vasholi.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening.
Why would you
but
do
that
that?
Seems a little off.
The revolution. Enough of Tibet. Tips the F. Listen, the mess. Then there is the Semino. That is understandable. You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You need to internalize what you have heard here today. Then return to me. This clarity does not... I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss.
I think this racist is better than the last. But the next racist will be the really good one.
That will be the...
He will grant us 3 weeks.
Your pedomorphic friend has quick wits.
The lieutenant
You should keep him close. The congenital defect of farsightedness does not render him a complete invalid. He still has the use of his mind. You exhibit forward. It is important. This leads me to conclude. Your racial heritage is uninteresting. There is nothing found. I cannot possibly imagine.
Benefits.
I wonder how many endings this game has. Three different main endings and 12 unique game overs. Alright. See. Put the advanced race theory ID into a free internalizing slot in your head. If there are no free slots for you, then pass some time when it's internalized. Return to measure head. This is how thinking is done. What? How does that even work? Oh, the advanced race theory. Oh, okay, I see. So you... Okay. It's kind of wild.
I feel like I can...
The unpromising race pupil returns.
I'm doing this just to press a button. Hilarious.
Not before you get in there and get your ass.
He might have some advice, but you got to at least try to fight Measurehead first.
But I have no HP to be fighting that guy. Low endurance is tough. So what part are you on, Abel?
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in the photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile.
And I feel like this is one of the games that would be worth it for me at least.
It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter. Some cigarettes and food money. Maybe she's your...
That's my friend with what's it called? Like fast-paced action games. He does not like. But the thing is, this dude does not really fucks with Dark Souls or any of that shit. He only really fucks with like Devil May Cry, yeah. And like Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts. Oh. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's a pretty sick game that you should play. It is. But the writing is like really good. Well, good thing most of this is voice acted. Pretty sure all of it, damn near. Okay. I told you. It's fun. It's fixed. But are you doing just the campaign? Crazy. Yeah. That's not the highest bar to set, but you know. I mean, like, there's not many, and they're all like not that good, you know. Yeah. A lot of twists. No, but I already know a lot about it. A lot. I like how there's a lot of twists. There's a lot of like fucking like, oh, this character is this now. Like what? Like what the fuck? This is their lore. Yeah. Reptile. Yeah. Yeah, I heard they went ham with the shits. You found a main yet? Julian, did you find a main yet? Mm-hmm. Yeah, for real. You just have to sit down and just keep playing it. Yeah.
I hate back-to-back fire.
I played Baraka. No, he's just not in the, what's it called, mic right now. I want to play some MK now. Shit.
Nothing.
wait, she's... Why?
The woman still had no response.
You have to play the what's it called to get customization items. You got to play that invasions. Yeah. It's whatever. It's just a good way to practice your combos, really.
An old monument stand. A silver... Not a good track record of mental health in that family. Even by the standards of the Philippian king. Well, his own maladministration. Stories have... He called it...
The man certainly knew how to live.
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction. You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. He was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy.
This game's funny as hell.
His Majesty's courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realms. Cocaine. That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years
so
later.
skibbity. How you like
Before
MK?
he entered out the royal mausoleum and dumped his
You were talking
Majesty's
so much
mortal
crap about
remains
it a second
in
ago,
the
like
Elysium
2 weeks ago. I haven't heard that, but I was on Moose, and you know how Moose is when he talks? You should be talking. No, Shad knows. He'd be on the phone for like a good 10-20 minutes.
No way.
Smart man. We can't really do that. Shut the fuck up. Who you playing MK? This nigga sweet. Different. He hits the fastest out of all characters, but he doesn't have the best strings.
Even faster than Johnny Cage.
Yes, he is faster. He's just not as safe.
He has a faster button than Johnny Cage.
Yes, I promise you. Yeah, Rashad, I promise you he's faster. But what makes him worse is that he's not safe on everything like Johnny. So Johnny's better in that sense, where he's safe on everything.
Okay.
Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal... The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships. During the turn of the century revolution, when Martinez was leveled.
Which one? Sindel?
I think if it was a new character.
Hold up, I gotta think.
There's no new.
Yeah, but I can't think of any new characters.
Yeah. Tanya, you mean they added back? Okay,
Natara?
Then...
There's a new female character?
Yeah, I was about to say there's
Hold on, let me look at the roster real quick. I gotta make sure.
Bruh.
Lee May, she's not new.
Lee May is not new, she's old.
Deadly Alliance.
Deadly Alliance, sorry.
She was in both. I think every character they just brought back. I can't think of like any new characters, like honestly. Yeah. She was the one chick with the purple on. The baddie. Well, for like They had you play as her for a minute. He didn't even do anything. That's funny. Did he have his character arc, bro? Did he have like a nice character arc? He was just there to say hi. He was like, "What's up, guys?" Let's see, MK1. Who got the most, like, what's it called? Like, who got the best writing? Like, which character got the best writing?
I'd say he'd either be Baraka, Kenshi, or Samsung.
Okay.
Did you beat the game? Then you did everything. Yeah, bro, that nigga was actually in that shit, bro. He was running shit with the good guys, bro. They all had small arcs. They all had mini arcs. You know how MK goes, the story. They have like mini 2 fights, like 2 or 3 fights, and they're gone.
Maybe if you beat the game for them, then you probably get like their ending and shit.
Most historic. Some years, the statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time. A rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit. People in Martinez tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders. Philip III, the Squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death. A silver plate, not a good track record of mental health in that family. A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
You sure are, my man. It's the jam, my man. It's a traffic. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here and feels like forever. Yeah.
Behind the law.
So tell me. Huh? The bosses, man. Makes sense.
Maybe don't tell people.
It's like some pretty wild. I've heard.
Ah, yes. From the wild pine.
I've heard.
Ah, yes.
They won't. Some pretty. I've heard talk.
Ah, yes.
Anything else? Us lorry driver. Not my thing. Chasing trends. He ain't one of.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs. A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees. Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Time to arrest him.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. They usually get shipped to Grodd and the Occident. Not unless they've a leak. Not unless they... This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of.
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on cut.
Good eye.
There it is again.
We're pals and all, but I can't just...
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm. Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
You really are the...
Just like that, he slips out of your reach. It is possible the yelling didn't help.
Don't be a stranger.
Before use, this must be the inferno. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, the frequency tabler, the soft...
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Of course. What is her number, officer?
Yes, hold on. Her number is...
Received.
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment.
Just wait. Relax.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line. Yes, hello? Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I...
You can hear resentment in her tone. She's not thrilled to be talking to you again.
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir. Let's just say I left because I need... You know whom.
You think you hear a sliver of... Don't be paranoid. She's obviously talking about someone else, not you.
Maybe, I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now. No, not me. What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the union already knew about the court. No one calls the police. The union would get angry. You know, what the union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Garbage.
Legally, no. In reality, yes. Martinez is de facto policed by the dock worker.
Words are not necessary to feel the lieutenant's discontent for the situation.
I didn't want to get in trouble with the others.
Push her further. Show her that... No, don't push her. It sounds as if she's about to cry.
The other people who live around here. Local people, I didn't want trouble.
Her voice is resigned and weak.
You don't live here. You don't understand. Squealing is frowned upon here. Everything is dealt with, well, by the union, internally. Please, I just didn't want any trouble. I didn't know I had to report it. I thought someone would take him down eventually. Yes, I know. It's just... Was there anything else?
Alright.
No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones. People don't have the money to have the cables put in together. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Yeah, go on. I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Well, I mean, rap, you know, a lot of rappers make good money. It's easier to rap than start a band.
Yes, you have obviously done something to upset
So
her
what?
at the Whirling in Rags, when she was still working.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude, I'm on stream. I'm
bad people.
Oh my god. What part are you on at Disco Elysium? Fair enough. Yeah. It might be a little too early though. Okay. I think the earliest I'd like to wake up personally is like 6. I need to start doing that. I want to like start waking up early and just walk in the morning. You know? Have more day. Yeah. See what tomorrow's weather's gonna look like. I'm gonna try to go to sleep early today. Just change my sleep schedule. Yeah, I've done that a few times. When my sleeping schedule is like too fucked, I'm like, alright, well, I guess I'll just stay up for the rest of the day. And just go to bed like at like 10 or some shit. To my Dawn FM. Yeah. Sing the song again. Yeah, yeah. What am I talking about? It's a good album. It's like, hey guys, it's me, but old man.
I'm not mad, it's just you were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skua thing happened. Just made me want to quit. The stuffed bird, the great skua. You threw it against the wall while screaming, "Fuck that bird," and laughing like a maniac. I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there.
Everyone loves that nigga though. Well, at least a lot of people do.
It was a pretty bird, there since I started working in Merling. I really liked her. We call her Scotty.
There's genuine sadness in her voice.
Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I've ever seen. And I have seen so many assholes in this place. I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass,
Have you been playing online,
stealing
Julian, or
booze.
no?
Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night.
You've been trying to
2
practice
months.
on the game.
But you...
That's what I did first. I didn't play online until I felt like I knew a lot of,
Well,
pretty much
you
everything
were worse
about my
than all of
character,
them.
like all the strings
Honestly,
and shit.
you were getting borderline aggressive. Even about little things
I
like
knew
not
niggas were
turning
like
down
no
the
license to
volume
fuck
at
out that
3
game.
a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No more. I hate it now.
Plus, don't even get me started with unfamiliarity matchups, like going against characters you're not familiar with. Like if I go against, but if I go against the Tanya, bro, I just lose most of the time because like if you're good enough to play Tanya, then go ahead.
I play Baraka.
I've yet to see a what's it called, a good Kenshi, even though I know they exist.
Everyone gets a good Kenshi.
That's scary, bro. I couldn't imagine going against good Kenshi. Makes me want to poop my pants.
Once I saw people with like a fucking 1,000 games after like the first week, I was like, bro, what the fuck? Not 1,000. They had like for the first week they had like 400 games. When I got on like about a couple weeks ago, it was like fucking people with 1,000 games. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. All that for Munda. What you know about them 3-day water fasts? So what you know about them 3-day water fasts?
Bro, I'm telling you, you're gonna feel like a fucking raisin afterwards. be an option where I could lay all the women in bed with me. I'm sorry. I'll be better. Sorry. The point of me that man needs to leave party. I'm just no.
We Go On by the OO. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody. To hell with that song. Then there was your room. Your project. An experiment to see. I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. I had no idea what you meant. And I don't want to. And
actually,
then you screamed something about how you're actually a real cool guy, and no one understands it. One of the coolest guys there is. The coolest guy in Jamrock. Something about disco, too.
When has it been like the elf?
And then I had to deal with your toilet. The one you clogged with police documents, causing water damage downstairs in the kitchen. I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke, threatening to kill yourself. The ones I had to rinse out of your toilet. Damn it, I don't remember what I did to your damn papers. I don't remember every little thing I do. Especially when there's a hurricane loose. It's your fault for losing them, not mine.
Something in you wants to immediately forget about this, as if there was a reason you threw them away.
No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst.
Everything's good at your... Everything's a good day at your...
God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it... Yes, I've had sailors fighting. Well, even about little things like not turning down the volume. We Go On.
Blows up.
The hell with... Then there was... I tried to... And then screamed something about how you're peace... And then I had to do... I won't even... No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst. God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened.
The coolest thing about this game, too, though, is like it's so real, bro. It's like when they see you stealing, bro, you're like, fuck you. And then you can give it back to them, or you can talk the guy out of it, or you can just throw them in jail, which is cool. Or you can not get caught.
A sigh of relief on the other end of the radio. Wordless, the call breaks. Then, the already familiar voice.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5.
A scrawny old man. The man uses relay code. You've got this. You're a cop.
10-4, message. 10-18, state your message, sir. 10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority.
Is it him? What does he want?
He says he needs me.
Don't give that asshole anything.
Right. That's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over. He says it's important.
He isn't getting a red cent.
Request denied, sir. Over. He says he's in trouble.
Well, I guess he'd better crack the case before sent.
Vic Marcel.
Who cares what this Vic Mayor said? Enough, officer. This begging is below your dignity.
Listen.
What is he saying?
Did you want anything else, sir? Many of your colleagues are also ill.
You really need to get your shit together. This is nearing a complete meltdown. Suddenly, the necktie feels like a boa constrictor around your neck, squeezing.
Hey, If you don't want to have the most intense orgasm of your life, fine. Don't.
I don't combo with assist. I use them to get in for my combos. That's the startup combos. I never use it to extend combos. I just do not like how it works. You have to stop attacking to pop the assist.
He terminated the connection. I guess he was in a hurry.
The radio falls silent and lifeless.
What was that? It's okay, detective. We should get on with our tasks. Work always helps me center myself.
18 kilometers to the south, in the 41st, the small rock.
What is going on here? Did something happen?
What happened is my partner made contact. It's not good. He seemed confused, delirious even.
Mac, the torso Torson, is finger-fucking his fist, laughing hoarsely and apparently telling some dirty story to his partner.
Yeah, Mullen was fucked, alright. Sounded fucking drunk to me.
Yeah, Mac's right. This was some gnarly shit there. I mean, before...
Enough! None of this is funny. It's fucking sad. That's what it is. He's a cop.
We must help him.
Yeah? How do you fucking plan to do that, huh? Get him off the drink? Go jogging with him in the morning and get him on carrot juice? He's a lost man.
I just know we can't give up on him when he's at his weakest. He wouldn't.
Mac, man the door. You know what he told me?
Yeah, big man.
I don't want to get better. I want to get worse. Those were his words. This shit does not leave this room.
No clues,
Not a
nigga.
word of this to the
I
captain.
gotta drop him.
Or anyone
I
else.
have to one day
We'll
with
give
me
him
in
a
the
couple
car
of days to
and
put
me
his
and
shit
that.
together.
I guess I can hold off the report for a few days.
Good.
I like it.
Okay, everybody. Nothing but a prank call here. We all got our laughs.
Far north, on the other side of the motorway, the officer quietly hunches with his hand in the motor carriage.
Cuz, I don't even know his name, cuz.
A metallic drawer slides out from under.
Take what you need, officer.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work. The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. It's robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Police issue, blue. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook. The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge,
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start.
translation. We're not alternative translation. Don't even think you can drive my MC.
This is the Coupe Cinema, my motor carriage. You can use...
Motor carriage, motor carriage. Something bad with a motor carriage. A dark lump rises in your throat.
My bad, I'm on the phone, guys. Give me a second. he's cool. Always fucking that up. Not doing much as up. Cause he's fucking that. Left, do it. Right, do it. Left, do it. I got no response. Pardon me when they talk. Oh, no, never mind. I think my game broken. Hello? Guys? What's up? What's going on? It'd be like that, it'd be like that. Using Havoc still? If you're gonna use Havoc, use Sub-Zero as a assist if you unlock him. Babino, you mean? Yeah, he's cool. Gabagoo.
Whew.
Nothing.
No, I'm afraid not. We have a murder case on our hands, remember?
What about you?
Yes, sorry about that.
He says it with very badly.
Like how he's
The
younger
Cuprous
and he
motor
doesn't
car
have like a
does
chiseled
provide.
chin
In
anymore.
the
Look
cabin, you
at
see a set
back
of...
then. Tell me I'm lying though. Back then you got the nigga feeling like the Crimson Chin.
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your Copo type. Yes, guess what's yours? No, you're the sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make huge lack of enthusiasm going on in here. Oh, you know, Apocalypse, Superstellar, the advanced interesting cop, liquid shadow cop. But you're too sorry to say those things. So, here we go. What? Jealous of the sorry cop? I think they'll be super fine. It'll be totally okay. You can dual Copo type from sorry to anything. Of course you are. It's okay. See if you can get something out of this, like info. Or maybe every time you say you're sorry, that won't happen. Wow, you work hard. Oh, yes.
Never mind.
You hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it real and
What these
provide.
beams on me, I can't fucking move.
Oh yeah, like a horse, a workhorse, for hard. Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps down cracked asphalt, mosaic, sand, and linoleum after you That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't make it that way, and you won't let it break you. You ride. That's just what it's like. Life and death. But you got gills on your side, baby. Got those black papers with the faces of the innocents on them. You bring in the Franco Negros and the Solas. It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, but you won't lose. You're a cop, and a sprinter, and a money printer.
I love this game. Huh? No. Oh, that's funny as hell. We going, bro. Hey, man, you gotta try this, man. This game is. Yeah, for real.
You didn't log that in as a donation either. You don't log any of that shit in. You're a straight rider.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that shit's whack.
Sure. And has it been easy? Is life easy? Have you not gone into cardiac arrest? Are you not about to have an anxiety attack or shoot yourself in the mouth? But you still hustle 24/7, ride or die.
It's my
Now,
diamond sword,
ask
sword.
yourself, are you rich? That's right. You work harder than anyone. You almost rode yourself to the grave, and you're still practically a hobo. Why is that?
Yeah.
Boo-hoo. The system is broken. The establishment is keeping me down.
Yes,
That's
right.
not the fuck yeah attitude you're used to. What is this? Why are you so poor?
No, but I consider him to be.
The Guardsman has set himself up one of those self-replicating money structures. You should learn from it. Don't play the victim. Think hustler. Think with your head. Look, the immigrants are cool. Immigrants play cool music. Everyone likes them, especially the women. Don't hate on the immigrants. They've got nothing to do with you living under a boat. That's right. 100%. Fucking G-Man's got his jam-covered sticky fingers in your pocket, stealing from you every time you buy, sell, walk, talk, fart, so much as sneeze. Every time you wipe your ass, they got their direct and their indirect modes of taxation. Sales tax, excise duty, extraction tax, alimony. One tax that doesn't even have a name. Plus there's the stuff people in other countries pay for that makes them ask for more money from you. Here, total tax duties add up to 98% of all your money.
Yep.
Here you go, hustler. Fight the righteous fight. Free the people. Keep it real. Keep it street. Keep foaming at the mouth furiously on the tax issue.
Green, get the money. Dollar bill, y'all. What's breath is pretty easy.
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets.
Looking with the homies,
A silk
the fuck?
scarf
With the
is tied.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce. Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board
think we're gonna have a
Times,
problem.
the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
I'm Scourge.
Beaton, my maiden name.
I'm Scourge.
I meant
Reed.
you, the Revachol Citizens Militia, the police. Nothing, honestly. I've said it to every drunk in town, and you're the first one who's responded.
What is implied here? She hasn't actually said it to every drunk in town. It was spoken in jest.
Of course you're not. It was only a joke. I'm glad to see you here. I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you...
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation. And the full cooperation...
It's hard to get a read on her precise disposition, but she appears helpful.
Why, yes I am. Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around? Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou.
She nods attentively.
The boat? No. It is called Cor de Lady 19 because that's the type of sloop it is.
The word "it" feels strange. Such a beautiful boat deserves a
Oh,
proper name.
Snapchat's trying to do that to me.
Okay. How about Cor de Lady 19? Why? Because it was manufactured in Revachol East by a company called Cor de Lady. And it's... Why Dolores? Well, it means nothing to me. I think I'll stick with the factory name. But thank you for the suggestion. It's a pleasure craft. a 90. My sloop? I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips, baby.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do.
I really do, the lieutenant thinks. Is she thrown off yet? He's looking at the woman, assessing her.
Officer, I assure you I'm...
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain. Her nonchalance might be related to something called the Wayfarer Act. A law that says she doesn't need a license. Sly Fox, you're not aggressive enough to harass her further on this.
Good. Everything. Right up to, but not including.
Yo. What's up, dude?
First, you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade and Aliments.
Still
that
playing
gives me
some
the
of
right
this
to
game.
silence.
I think I'm about to get off of it though for a sec. I did enough.
Good luck.
What the man?
But I am derailing us. You wanted to know about the strike. I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counter.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place. Now they won't even let me into the harbor. There's a 2-meter-20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
Is that magic? Is it magic made by black people or what?
Oh, so you've met him. Has he beguiled you with his inane theories?
My colleague has his peculiarities. Let's not go into this.
Of course. To each their own. Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive. There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes, every worker, a member of the board. Fortunately, they explained it. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about anything, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group. They're having a blast. But how can they afford it? After 4 months, my assumption was they would prefer a more practical solution. I'm not sure. Naturally, I assumed that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. Follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags, a disastrous situation if...
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynch?
I first heard it from the bowyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, call me mañana.
This checks out.
The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock, come to plead for work where the Union refuses to? If they were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not right now.
It's implied. She's open to discussing this matter with you at a later occasion.
Mr. Clare told him to... How did he put it?
Hello? 180.
Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see. Yes. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the Union.
Sounds like usual aggressive posturing.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the... Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood. He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar. Yes, Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues. The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. Organized labor at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The brothers Clare came and transformed it into a...
with my brother.
How do you say?
Murder.
A mob. The debarders are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced with them.
Or no.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother.
No, I have not. It ain't Sam Raimi.
And your opinion, detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Debardeurs Union is...
Like static. I like how they introduced Static Shock into the MCU. Not MCU, but in the Marvel.
I mean, Spawn's pretty cool.
I like how you say he's black and fucked from Detroit.
Or Brooklyn.
Vibe isn't from Vibe isn't black. Yeah, Southwest.
But where's the black superhero that's from Mississippi, bro?
Okay, God.
The song was already attempted by Houston Bale.
You get a couple costumes. You get a bunch of cool ones. Because I remember getting a good ass fucking Tanya Kano one. More money, more problems. More.
Why do you think so? Well, I suppose that's one way to look at it. They're an interesting composition, albeit vile. But enough about Everard. What else can I do for you?
Hey, yo, you sound a lot like
I'm glad you asked. There was a
bad
woman,
person.
the previous forewoman of the Union. She did...
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore. Or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
I got that shit in the comments, but in person, you don't want it. Bitch.
Downright haunting, if you ask me.
The
Wild Pines suspected foul play, but what could they do?
Thank you for your concern, man. We'll be just...
Of course. How else can I help?
I'd rather not, sir. All these bands on me, I can't fucking move.
Of course,
Cannot believe you. Take a bite out of that ass. Excuse me. Excuse me, miss.
Advanced race theory.
Oh no.
Everything is calm in the eye of the race storm. Your mind is lucid and bright. The mind-bending phylogenetics appear more distant and, to be fair, a little ridiculous. The great race mystery has cleared up. All that's left to do is verbalize your thoughts. Go and talk to Measurehead about your newly found insights.
I just mastered advanced race theory. Whoa. The character's the ultimate racist.
Hey. Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
Which one? The interview? He's talking about he tried to make a rap album, but he just wasn't feeling it anymore. Yeah.
Which video do you want me to look at, Carl?
Like when he says flute, does he mean like jazz? like world music? Like I do know. But I'm saying like what genre of music is he gonna make? Probably gonna be jazz. He's gonna have like, it's not gonna be all flute. It has to have like other instruments in there. He's gonna be doing collabs and shit, bro. Along with the Danny Brown album. Yeah, literally this Friday. Like literally, what's today? It's coming out tomorrow. There's a track list. Oh my god, the name of each song is like a whole ass sentence. And each song is like 10 minutes. The first song is 12 minutes, second song is 14 minutes. The one after that's 10 minutes. 13 minutes. The first name of the song is I Swear I Really Wanted to Make a Rap Album, but this is literally the way the wind blew me this time. The name of the second song is The slang word pussy rolls off the tongue with far better ease than the proper word vagina. Do you agree? I'm flabbergasted. What the fuck? There's a song called Gandhi, Dalai Lama, Your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And then there's a dash, like a, what's it called? Not dash, but and it says Bundy, Jeffrey Dahmer, and John Wayne Gacy. I'm so confused. That night in Hawaii when I turned into a panther and started making these low register purring tones that I couldn't control, shit was wild. Yeah. I swear. That's funny, man. He's just memeing with these titles. Yeah, I've heard some death grips. I heard some death grips, but they're a little too wild for me. Like, I've heard some of the music, not all of it. So probably like but a decent chunk to get a feel for what the music's about. I tried, I really did.
You're ready to start building communism again. You've built it before.
Right now my mind is talking to me in this game and it's telling me to make communism, really build communism again.
But neither has love. Should we just stop building love too?
This game is actually wild. Like, it reminds me of those, it's literally those fucking Andre 3000 track list type shit. Same vibes. Maybe played it and got inspired.
So, what about all that communism you've promised to build? Word on the street is, you've woken up from 1,000 years of slumber, promising to erect a version of communism, many times greater than any attempted before. Is that true? You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pockets, literally murder all human beings regardless of their political beliefs. That kind of stuff.
That is crazy. This game is wild.
Oh yes, the mask of ambivalence. Don't deny it. You're about to rip it off and reveal the monstrous seven-eyed lamb of global communism that would devour and masticate mankind. Everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it? Failure. It's about failure. Yes, abject failure. Total, irreversible defeat on all fronts. Absolutely vanquished, beaten, curb-stomped and pissed on. Until you came along. You will reverse the fortune of the workers of the... You alone, against every living thing. against every human alive. 800 trillion real in the hands of an impossibly well-organized ruling class. Towering city blocks of bankmen who have the ears of prime ministers. Million-headed armies of nations and the love of your own mother. You against the atom, the charm and the spin, where the whole world failed. Matter failed to bend to human will. Human will failed to get out of bed and tie its laces. You alone, single-handedly, will rebuild the dreams of the working class.
You are the last communist.
You are the last communist. Now get to work, comrade.
This is too much, bro. This game's crazy.
Oh yeah, get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready.
Get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready.
Too late to back out now. You can't make an omelette without breaking a few million eggs.
You can't make an omelet without breaking a few million eggs. This game has quotables, bro. For days.